What did you think was great that ended up being horrible? For years, my dad Tony talked about buying a fixer-upper house. He'd always say stuff like, "We're gonna have our own place, kiddo," while we lived in our tiny apartment. He worked at the warehouse during the day and cleaned offices at night, saving every penny. When I was 17, he finally did it. Found this old 1940s house that looked like something from a zombie movie. Paint was peeling everywhere, windows were cracked, and the porch was basically rotting. But Dad's eyes lit up when he showed us the key. "It's ours," he said, grinning like a little kid. At first, it was actually fun. Weekends became family project time. My little brother Jake learned how to sand cabinets while I helped Dad paint my future bedroom this awesome purple color. Dad bought tools from garage sales and watched YouTube videos until like 2 in the morning, teaching himself plumbing and electrical stuff. But then things got weird. Dad stopped watching his favorite shows, stopped hanging out with his buddies. All he talked about was the house. Every conversation started with, "Well, today I discovered," and ended with some new disaster he found behind the walls. The problems kept getting worse. Every wall had mold. The pipes were from like the Stone Age. The foundation had cracks you could stick your hand through. Contractors kept giving him quotes that made his face go white. So he decided to fix everything himself. That's when the accident started. Dad got electrocuted twice trying to rewire the kitchen. Once was so bad it knocked him flat on his back and Jake had to pour water on him to wake him up. Another time he fell off a ladder while fixing the roof and cracked 3 ribs. He just wrapped them up with ace bandages and kept working. The money disappeared fast. Dad stopped buying groceries, saying we could eat ramen for a few weeks. Then he started borrowing money from Uncle Pete, then from some sketchy loan apps on his phone, then from people I'd never seen before who showed up at our apartment looking angry. I came home from school one day and found Dad sitting in the garage with his head against the washing machine crying. He looked up at me with these red, exhausted eyes and said, "I can't pay the property tax. I maxed out 5 credit cards. I even took a loan in your mom's name. My parents had been divorced for 3 years. Mom was gonna kill him. I begged him to just sell the stupid house, but he shook his head. I promised you kids a real home. I'm not giving up." Then the city inspector showed up. Turns out Dad had been making all these changes without permits. The inspector took one look inside and slapped a big red sticker on the front door. The house was officially unsafe to live in. We couldn't even go inside to get Dad's tools. Jake and I had to move in with our aunt across town. Dad was too embarrassed to ask anyone for help, so he slept in his truck in the driveway for 3 weeks. Neighbors would see him brushing his teeth with a water bottle every morning before work. Finally, Dad's chest started hurting so bad he drove himself to the hospital. Doctor said it was stress-induced heart problems. He could have had a heart attack at 28 years old. The house got foreclosed on 2 months later. All that work, all that money, all those dreams of having our forever home, gone. Dad lost everything, including almost his life, chasing something that was broken from the start. What was supposed to be our dream house turned into the nightmare that destroyed our family's savings and nearly killed my dad.